Now that sounds ominous. Right, chaps, those Jerrys are trundling towards our positions, and I think there's only one thing we can use. It's time for the big guns. Yes, the 17-pounder, the Allied equivalent or reply, depending on how you look at it, to the famous 88 or 8.8 gun. This 17-pound monster of a shell could defeat just about anything the Germans had to offer in World War II. My goodness, I'm intimidated by the immensity of the task ahead. Let's look inside, shall we? Yes. Rubicon. Fine gift, and thank you to Rubicon for the gift of a lot of sprues. Look at these. Instructions I have never had trouble following so far when I've made Rubicon models. And I'm not an expert, I wouldn't call myself an advanced model maker by any means, by any description. And I'm sure that though this is an intimidating looking model, there's lots of little bits on there. I think we'll succeed. Now, I think looking at this closely, you don't just get the 17-pounder. It also seems that you get a variant, must be on the same chassis, must be on the same gear or base at the time, but there's also an option of a 25-pound howitzer. Well, that's even more blooming exciting, isn't it? I'm going to make the 17-pounder, but to have the option of I mean, really, I should have known, shouldn't I? Rubicon always do options in their kits, or at least the ones I've seen so far. So we have 3 bags of sprues. But how can I access these armoured sprues, these protected pieces? I know I will need Caliburn. Yes, indeed. Let's undo them all first, shall we? There we go. Here, possibly the sprue with the components I find most recognisable. A gun shield there, possibly gun alongside it, possibly wheels, obviously lots of other bits that I don't yet understand. It's all new to me, I tell you, but they're the first sprue. Sprue B, lots more bits. Lots more bits. More kind of stowage, I believe. Boxes, plating there. They look like covers for wheels, mudguards, you might call them. Another gun shield there. And finally, perhaps cleverly noted as sprue C, we have crew. Superb. This kind of wheel thing here, what's that? Some sort of carousel? If the wheels go on it, maybe that helps you turn the thing. I don't think it goes on sideways. Let's actually have a look. Ah, yes. See there on the illustration? Little plate, which could be that wheel thingy. Interesting. Keeps it above the ground, perhaps. Maybe it evens out the down pressure so you don't lose your wheels in the mud and lose your aim and mess about with your elevation, etc. I'm no expert, an artillerist can tell me, but I think that helps spread the weight and helps you to turn the thing, perhaps. Ooh. And if you know about such things, do feel free to tell me in the comments. Ooh, also, we have, look, shell casings. Oh, now that's exciting. Well, shell casings and shells. I think perhaps throwing those around on a diorama for you artistic artisan types out there might be excellent. Shock and surprise of the best kind. Looking a little bit further I was perplexed by the number of boxes. I thought there's far too much here for just the gun and its mantler. And just a quick look at the instructions. You also get to make the limber for the gun and its carriage, which is essentially the box that would be dragged along behind or in front of the gun in transit, where you would keep ammunition, spare parts, etc. That's even more clever and exciting, and it means, I think, that combined with my other little Rubicon tractor, gun tractor, which actually has its hook on the back, I wonder, we're going to see at the end, if it's compatible. Can I drag my 17-pound gun around the battlefield on my super Morris gun tractor? Oh, I'm excited. Let's get in to some construction, shall we? That part there, along the length, it's been glued, but we've not glued that part, so that still moves. I think the gun will get laid into that bed there, so we can be able to depress and elevate the gun. I think that's the design. There we are, 2 for the price of 1. The £17 there. And it's limber. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know if it has a game effect in anything I play, but it's certainly going onto the table when my gun enters battle. Yes, indeed. I'm really impressed by that. I thought it was quite complicated to begin with, but just follow the instructions bit by bit. My advice is to pay attention to the parts of the instructions that say do this first or don't put glue on this bit. And there are symbols for that and explanations and bits of text that guide you through. And if you do that, you won't have a lot of trouble. I did mess up a little bit on the limber box. I put a couple of the bits a bit far forward, so I had to take it apart, put it back together. So there may be some lack of continuity on some of the photos, but hopefully the gist is received nonetheless. Now, I haven't actually glued any of the wheels on, or this big wheel on the bottom, which I think is to put the wheels on there and acts as a base, like so, to turn the gun on. So that goes underneath a little bracket there. But I don't think I'll glue that on. I think I'll paint it first and see if it slots in and stays there. I might have to glue it, but I'll try not to, because I quite like detaching it, putting the wheels on, because I think that looks very effective. I'm going to take the wheels off. There we go. Let's paint those separately, like so. And the wheels off here. If they come off. There we go. Got that off at last. So there we go. I'm going to paint all those separately. And of course, we've got the 5 crew members. I may put a couple on bases. I'm not sure, because that will represent wounds in a game. There you go. He's sitting down. So here we're sitting down on the right there, looking through the sight. So I might glue him on when he's painted. I think the rest of him, you know, I'll put on bases. So there we go. Bit of painting to do. I mean, so worth it though. So we'll put a little bit of paint on in my unexpert manner, and we'll have a look at her and the people that look after her very soon. Ready to engage even the heaviest of those Jerry tanks. The armour doesn't stand a chance. The 17-pounder quick-firing gun is ready. Other than that, we've got this wonderful limber that comes with the Model 2. It looks really, really impressive. The gun similarly so. I've kept the, I don't know what it's called, the wheels separate underneath. There you go. So the wheels can go on like so. Look at that. Still don't know what that's for. If you out there know, you might be able to assist me. I'd greatly appreciate that. And compatible with my Morris C8 gun truck. Wow, very impressive indeed. A lot of thought put into the design of that to get that cross between a beautiful model and indeed, for me, a wargaming piece. So it's got to be rugged, and it is, and it doesn't lose the detail. Now also, you've got a ton of extra pieces there. Shell cases, shell boxes. There's a complete diorama's worth of material here. Gun shield for the howitzer, which would look great on a diorama as well, I would say. Shells themselves as well, look at that, brilliant. You can see those being used in a number of modelling projects. I'm sure you innovative artists and artisans out there will do just that. So that is the mighty and superb 17-pounder from Rubicon Models. And remember, gunners and gunnery sergeants, when the armour's rolling towards you, keep those shells coming, won't you? Range well and be safe. Take care, everyone. Bye.